Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will discuss about Faraday's first law of electrolysis. My outlines are Faraday's first law of electrolysis, its explanation, and related problems. Faraday was the first scientist who gave the quantitative aspects about electrolysis. We all know in electrolysis, cation goes towards cathode and reduction occurs after gaining electron, and anion goes towards anode and losing electrons and oxidation occurs. But which amount of cation and anion deposit at any electrode, that is the quantitative aspects of electrolysis. Faraday gave the quantitative aspects of electrolysis. The statement of Faraday's first law is, Faraday's first law states that the amount of substance deposited at any electrode is directly proportional to the charge supplied to the or charged passed through the solution or electrolyte in time of electrolysis. Then we goes towards the explanation of Faraday's first law. Let us consider W gram of substance deposited at any electrode and Q coulomb of charge will be supplied to the electrolyte in time of electrolysis. Then according to our first law, W directly proportional with Q, that is the equation number 1. W directly proportional with Q, that is the equation number 1. Directly proportional means if W increases, then Q increases. If W decreases, then Q decreases. The amount of charge supplied to the electrolyte, if that is high, then the substance will be deposited in the high amount. If the amount of substance is deposited is low, then almost we will supply the charge that is in low amount. W directly proportional with Q, that is equation number 1. But we know that Q is equal to IT, where Q is the charge in coulomb, I is the current in ampere, and T is the time in seconds. Q is equal to IT, that equation comes from I is equal to Q by T. That means the current equal to amount of charge passed for the time. Then by putting the value of equation 2 in equation 1, we get in place of Q we put IT. So W directly proportional with IT. If there are a proportional mark and we want to convert it into equal sign, then we have to multiply a constant term here. Then that constant term is Z. Then we change the proportional mark with equal mark. Proportional mark by equal mark. The equation becomes W is equal to ZIT, where Z is also called as proportionality constant, or also we can call electrochemical equivalent. Again that term, that is the proportionality constant, and for electrochemistry this constant we can call electrochemical equivalent. If we search the definition of electrochemical equivalent, then we have to consider I is equal to 1 ampere. Let us consider I is equal to 1 ampere and T is equal to 1 second. Then by putting the value of I is equal to 1 ampere and T is equal to 1 second in equation 4, we get W is equal to Z into 1 ampere into 1 second. If 1 is multiplied with any term, then that means that term, then W becomes W is equal to Z. That is equation number 5. So from this equation number 5, W is equal to Z, we can source the definition of electrochemical equivalent. We can call the electrochemical equivalent is the amount of substance or the gram of substance deposited when 1 ampere of current is supplied for 1 second. Also we can call the electrochemical equivalent is the amount of substance deposited for one long charge. Then experimentally it has been known that 96,500 coulomb charge required for the deposit of 1 gram equivalent of substance. So F is equal to 96,500 coulomb. Here F is called Faraday's constant. Here F is called Faraday's constant. So a question arises in our mind, 96,500. This term is what? And from which this term will come? Then F is equal to Faraday's constant, that is the charge of 1 mole electron. We know the charge of 1 electron is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. So charge of 1 mole electron, 1 mole equal to 1 mole is equal to 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. So charge of 1 mole electron is equal to charge of 1 mole electron is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 into 6.023 into 10 to the power 23, and that is equal to 96,500, and that term equal to 1 Faraday, and F is also called as Faraday's constant. 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulomb. Here coulomb is the charge of 1 mole electron. Then when we relate electrochemical equivalent with equivalent weight, because the term 1 gram equivalent comes from equivalent weight. If we relate electrochemical equivalent with equivalent weight, then the equation comes Z is equal to E by 96,500. That is equation number 6, where Z is the electrochemical equivalent and E is the equivalent weight of that particular substance or that particular metal or atom. 96,500 coulomb. That is equation number 6. If we relate if we put the value of equation number 6 in equation number 4, the equation number of 4 was W is equal to ZIT. In the place of Z, we put E by 96,500. In the place of Z, we put E by 96,500. Then that particular equation becomes W is equal to EIT by 96,500. W is equal to EIT by 96,500. All terms are again, W is the gram of substance deposited at an electrode, I is the current in ampere, T is the time in second, and we know 96,500 is the Faraday's constant. Then W is equal to EQ. In place of IT, we know Q is equal to IT. Then in place IT, we have to put Q. So that equation becomes EQ is equal to W is equal to EQ by 96,500. That is equation number 8. And the equivalent weight, that is E, also we can call that equivalent weight, that the formula of equivalent weight is atomic weight by valency factor. Weight of that particular metal or that particular substance by its valency factor. That was our Faraday's first law. Then we have to analyze some problem or we have to solve some problem. The problem is 3.175 gram of copper is deposited by passing through 10 ampere of current for 10 minutes through copper sulfate solution. When after the problem solved, we have to write the given term. Here the given data, first the given data. The given data are first 3.175 gram of copper. That means here W is given. So W is equal to 3.175 gram. W is equal to 3.175 gram. Then 10 ampere current. 10 ampere current means ampere is which unit? I, current. So here I is equal to 10 ampere. Then current for 10 minutes. That minute means time, but we have to write the time in seconds. So 10 minutes is equal to 600 seconds. 600 seconds. Then copper sulfate solution, find its electrochemical equivalent. Means it wants Z. From the Faraday's first law, the equation was W is equal to ZIT. W is here, I is here, and T is here. W is here, I is here, T is here. Z is equal to I. So Z is equal to W by IT. W is equal to 3.175 by 10 into 600 is equal to, after solving we get 5.2 into 10 to the power minus 4. This is the Z. Then another problem. How many copper will be deposited in 2 ampere current? In 2 ampere current is passed through copper sulfate solution for 96,965 seconds. So here how many copper will be deposited? Means it wants W. It needs the value of W. They are asking the value of W. The given data are 2 ampere current. Ampere is which unit? Ampere is which unit? Current. So I is equal to 2 ampere. Copper sulfate solution. Copper sulfate solution CuSO4. After ionization, it becomes Cu2 plus SO4 2 minus. So here W, it wants W and given I and also T. T is equal to 965 seconds. I is here, T is here, it wants W. We know that equation W is equal to ZIT. W is equal to ZIT. That is the Faraday's first law equation. W is equal to ZIT. W is, that problem want W. Given the data of I and T. we have to analyze the term Z. We have to calculate the value of Z also to find the value of W. We know the Z is equal to E by 96,500, where E is equal to atomic mass, atomic weight. Here atomic weight of what? How many copper will be deposited? Means it wants the atomic mass of or atomic weight of copper. Atomic weight of copper by valency factor. Here the valency factor is 2 plus. In the here the copper having 2 plus test. So the valency factor is 2. So atomic weight of copper is 63.5 and the valency factor is 2. So E will be 63.5 by 2. So Z will be 63.5 by 2 by 96,500 equal 63.5 by 96,500. This is the value of Z. 63.5 by 96,500 into 2. By putting this value in this equation, W is equal to ZIT, we need W. So 63.5 by 2 into 96,500 into value of I is equal to 2 ampere into 2 into T in 96,000, 965. So here 2 is cut by 2, 965 be cut by 100. This term will be cut by 100. Then the value of W is equal to 63.5 by 100 is equal to 0.635 gram. 0.635 gram. Again here asking for W means amount of substance deposited, then given the data I means that is 2 ampere, T that 965 second, this is second. Then asking for W, we know that equation W is equal to ZIT. Here I is given, T is given, but we have to calculate the value of Z. We know the equation Z is equal to E by 96,500. E is the equivalent weight and the formula of equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by valency factor. The equation copper sulfate, that ionization as follows, so 2 minus. The atomic weight of copper is equal to 63.5. 63.5, but the valency factor here, copper in +2 state, +2 oxidation state, that means the valency factor is 2. So the equivalent weight is equal to 63.5 by 2. Then after the value of equivalent weight, then we calculate the value of Z. Z is equal to E by 96,500. Then is equal to 63.5 by 2 by 96,500. Then 63.5 by 96,500 into 2. Then after by analyzing the value of Z, then we put the equation, put that in that particular equation, that is W is equal to ZIT. The value of Z 63.5 by 2 into 96,500 into I 2 ampere into 965 second. Then after the solving that problem, we get W is equal to 0.635 gram. Then thank you.